What's up, people? Look at this sweat. I have to wear a headband because otherwise it'll be dripping down my face and just looking gross. I've changed my shirt twice already because I don't want to be on camera with pit stains. It just looks gross. It's just too damn hot. It's just ridiculous. I like summer, but this is just okay. We can get this back like 10, 12 degrees, 15 maybe. Because this like close to 100 stuff, this ain't me. This ain't me. This is not me. I don't know what the heck this is, but this is just like too much. I want to welcome everybody. I'm trying streaming on Instagram again today. Man, I tried it about, I don't know, 6 months ago or something. That did not work. They still needed to fix a lot of the bugs. Because, I don't want to just stream on one platform. I have to stream like everywhere at the same time. And so it didn't really work too well. So we're going to see what happens today. But anyway, welcome to One Day Late, the Dusty News Network. This is our summer programming. This is our 6th season, which means we've been doing this for 6 years now. In the summertime, we come on for about 6-7 weeks. And we do like this program where we just talk about dusty people, with the dusty stuff they post online, the dusty stuff, comments that they make, the dusty memes that are used by dusties to try to get women in line. It's like psychology that they're trying to instill fear and desperation and stuff into you. I break all that down. But anyway, that's what we do. This will be good for the next hour or two while we go through these slides. So let me pull these puppies up and let's get this show off and running. I'll check on you people over there on Instagram every now and again. I'm over here on YouTube, but I'll scoot over there and see what's happening in a minute. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you are not already a subscriber to the Depsterism channel over here on YouTube. You can also subscribe to the one on Instagram too. I post stuff over there when I get a chance. This is the information for how, once you get an idea of the kind of stuff that we're looking for, and you run across some, they take a screenshot with your phone and then just send it in. And that's where you send it right there to survivingdating@gmail.com. Make the subject line of your email DNN or Dusty News, because that way it filters into the folder for this show versus getting like mixed in on my zillions of other emails. And so then when we get ready to do the slides for the show, we just go in there and we start pulling. And we need, 40, 50 slides for each show. So, don't judge. Just take a screenshot and send it. If it works, we're going to use it. If it doesn't, we won't. But don't worry about that part. Just send it in because you'll be surprised at the stuff that we pick. There's about 3 of us that review these, okay? So let's go on to the next one. So this girl, she's having a text exchange with this guy. This man is like dumb as a rock. I just cannot, I would have got off the line too. So she's like, oh yeah, I'm the same way. I'm a homebody too. And I'm a homebody though. So dude's like, homebody, what that is? An introvert, she explains. I'm straight, he says. LOL, okay, she says, probably like shocked. And then he says, you playing. And she's like, obviously you don't know what any of that means, sir. So have a good day. What you mean? You a boy? Dusty. I just like,
One thing, I mean, you could be dusty, but please at least have some intelligence along with it. Just a side of smarts, because this dude here, he's like rock dumb. We can't do that. Okay, so this, oh shoot, I guess who edited this? Anyway, evidently there's, some of these people do this stuff like I do, where they take it, advice questions and stuff, and they answer them. So this guy evidently was complaining because he's like, well, ma'am, I sent you this story and you try to make me look bad. I don't care that people know that I cheated on my wife. It is what it is. Furthermore, she needs to get back to this house to take care of our kids. Women go through things and can handle better being cheated on, he says. See, this is Dusty Logic. That's why we had that little tag there, Dusty Logic, pound Dusty Logic, because that's how Dusties think, that women, I don't know why they think, who told them that. But anyway, let's keep reading. Men can't. It's just that I'm not made to be a full-time father. I'm meant to be a provider. Women are made to take care of the kids and stay in the house, not men. Why should I have to take the kids to school and pick them up and cook dinner every day? Because you made them, you went half on the baby, sir. That's what a wife does. No matter how bad and you try to make it look, she's in the wrong. No mother should leave her kids. Women never leave their kids. Sometimes men just need time to grow up before they can help raise the kids. Well, you know what you're supposed to do then? Before you grow up, you keep your dang-a-lang in your pants. That's what you do. And ladies, you got to be better about judging men's maturity and mindset before you allow them to impregnate you. Surely this guy, because when you have conversations with them, they tell you how they think. You can throw examples at them from from my column and stuff, just to get their perspective and see how their mind works. That's always more interesting to me than what a man does and how much money he makes and all that kind of stuff. I need to know how this motherfucker thinks. And it's like, if he, his brain is like not really working on, all pistons ain't firing, then I don't care how good you look, how good your game is on the sheets. I don't care how much money you make, what you driving, and what you're gonna buy me. I don't care, because I can't have any respect for you because you are like dumb like a gnat. Your thinking is twisted. You're sexist. You're just misogynistic. You're crazy. Any of those things, you're off the table as far as me spending any time with you, even having a conversation with. It's not going to happen. So, when you got somebody like that, a lot of women just ignore it because they're focused on being the girlfriend or being the wife. But it's like, who are you the girlfriend or the wife to? An idiot. What are you doing? And then you go and procreate with them. So now you have descendants of an idiot roaming around. That is just not the ticket. Okay, so this, I don't know why when I saw this, I just started falling out laughing. Because she said she's on her way. She's in this little rowboat looking all sad with her bonnet on and stuff, talking about me on my way back to my ex because ain't shit out here. But she looks so sad though. Okay, let me hop over here to Instagram right quick. Yes. Hey, everybody on IG. I see you over here. Oh, yeah, let me show up the comments over here. I'm just so... Yeah, they do, DP. They have entitlement up to yin yang. It's like... Yeah, Ash say, what a dust ball, exactly. Like a dust tumbleweed because he's a big ball. Oh, my God, let's move on. When I saw this, I said, I need this on a T-shirt because this shit was hilarious. It's like when a kid says, Daddy, I want mommy. That's the kid version of, excuse me, I'd like to speak to your supervisor. Hey, you ain't gonna deliver. I already know. Get out the way. Okay. When my daughter was little, my mother used to watch her and stuff. And so, they had like a really close relationship. She'd take her on trips and stuff. Like my mother did more with her because I had to work. So my mother, she's retired. So they go on trips. They went all over the place. They went to Disney World. She took her skiing. They just went everywhere. It was just unbelievable. They had like season passes to the San Francisco Zoo, and they would go to zoo night. It was like this big thing with a dinner and this whole thing. That was their annual event. So But when but she loves my youngest brother. Oh my God. So when we got off the airport in DC, right? And he's like down on one knee with his arms stretched out like this. And my mother was already there. So she was standing there too with her arms stretched out. And so she was a few feet in front of my brother, thinking she was gonna scoop her up. And what she did like an OJ Simpson a Heisman Trophy handout backspin thing around my mother, and then jumped into my brother's arm. We were all sitting there just astonished because she was only like 2 at the time, but she knew she wanted. She had that arm was straight out like she was the Heisman pose. It was too funny. But yeah, my brother just thought he was the shit after that because she ran by her grandmother to get to him. I'm like, whatever, Negro. Okay. Remember that guy when the guy was talking about hide your kids. I don't know. Remember that was what, early 2000s. It was, going around. It was a catchphrase of the day. Hide your kids. Okay, so she's saying hide your apartments because this is the second man in 2 weeks who needs a place to stay. And it's kind of, well, it got blurry when I blew it up, but okay, I'll try to translate. It says, "Can I come over, babe?" And she like, "Who is this?" And he say, "Meech. We don't even talk," she says. "Yeah, I know." But WYA, what's that? I don't know what that means. I know WYD, what you doing? Is that why you ask? I don't know. Maybe y'all translate for me. What is WIA? I'm not into the lingo. And she's like, "Are you homeless or something? Why do you still have my number?" And he says, "I'm living in my car right now. You should help me out." Yeah. Oh, where are you at? Oh, is that what that means? Thank you. Thank you, India, who had to translate for me because I'm old. I can't keep up with all you young people. I depend on these shows so I can know what's happening. Y'all have to educate me. So here we go to the next one. And this guy, in association with that last slide, want to say, fellas, without blaming women, why are we always homeless? What do you guys think is the answer to that question? Why are Dusties always homeless? Put your answer in the chat. I would be very anxious to see what you got to say. Why are Dusties always homeless? If you having trouble viewing on Instagram, because I'm looking at it over here, looking a little jerky or something, but maybe that's just because I clicked on it. Feel free to join us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Debsterism, the same as over there. It's right there on the bottom of the screen anyway. You see it, Debsterism, but it's on YouTube, not the website. Why are they homeless? They want to live off of women. They're homewreckers. Underachieving. Well, A. Rogers, that seems to be the edited version. Feel free to tell us how you really feel. I mean, just don't hold back. I knew this dude, okay, Dusty. Okay, he had 2 jobs. So, dude was pulling down cash, but he had a bunch of kids, so he was paying a lot of child support. So he probably needed 2 jobs, but I never asked. He was living with this lady, nice air. She had Section 8. She's living like, out there with the white folks and, the high rent district, high income area. She had this beautiful like townhome because she had like 3 or 4 kids or something. So she needed a lot of bedrooms. And so he gonna move his ass up in there with her. And I'm like, "Well, why are you living there? Those are not even your kids." And he's like, "Well, because I can live there and I don't have to pay any rent." And then because she's on Section 8, so she's only paying like, I don't know, this was years and years ago, like $100 and something a month. And so he says, "I just kind of help buy some food and, take him to the movies or something every now and then. And so I'm saving hella money." I'm like, "Oh." Then I learned that women who do that are stupid because you risk losing your housing voucher. I have a friend that works for the housing authority. And she's like, "Oh yeah, then we be kicking them women off and end up homeless behind them dudes all the time." I'm like, "What? Okay." And she said, "Oh yeah, they can't, they can't do that. Because the women, are stupid. And so they risk the housing for themselves with their low income, minimum wage making asses. And they got a couple of kids that they need to be putting a roof over the kids up. They got this nice program that provides them with a safe, secure, and very decent housing situation. All they have to do is follow the rules. But oh no, they can't do that. So some Dusty says, "Oh, let me move in." They say, "Okay." And there you go. Somebody reports them, and then them and the kids don't have a place to go. Yeah, Dusties are always looking for a come up. My dad used to tell me that. Just like, don't let them, don't. Even if you give them a ride in your car and make them put some gas in it. They be trying to like up with, come over and just slide in your house without bringing nothing. Kick them out. My father said, no, no man's supposed to pay his way when he goes places. Even when he goes to visit, he should be not coming empty handed. And I remember that he used to say that when we were growing up. Girl, don't nobody want that dried up little wiener. Okay. The ultimate Dusty. You want a kid's car, but he ain't got one, so you have to bend his bus pass. Bend his bus pass. Bend it. Not tear it or crack it. I mean, I guess they're plastic these days. I don't know. I've been driving since I was 16, and every time I have to take public transportation, like when my car was wrecked or when I was getting it repaired, because I had to get my transmission rebuilt in my other car one time. So I was down the car for like 3 weeks taking public transportation. I was so happy to get my car back. I thought I was gonna die. Unbelievable. Okay, so dude says, bruh, I remember when my homeboy daughter stole all the change in his cup holder. How much could that have been? Oh, let's just say it's $5, okay? Because we don't really keep a lot of change in the cup holder because it won't, you know what I mean? People see the change and then they want to break in. So it can't be a lot because then you're just inviting somebody to bust your window out for, $2.63 worth of change. That don't make any sense. So he says that boy burst into real tears and said, she just like her fucking mama. And he said, I got out the car. I know you did. Because he needed a moment to himself and along with like a couch and some kind of anti-anxiety pill. Just can you imagine? I would have got out the car too, so I'm right there with him. I hear him. Oh, I forgot my little banner thing here. Let me put that up. There we go. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, Bo Shiesty. I've seen stuff like him, from this person a couple of times. I think maybe it was last year, but this one came in. And so it says, he says, so I called this chick and her nigga answer me. Hello, hello. Her nigga, hey, oh, bro, who the fuck is this? Me, oh, can you imagine? This is Hazelton. Hazelton, really? With rainbows. Is Maisha available? I'm calling to set up an interview. Her nigga, my bad, bro. Hold on. Babe, you got a clothing store job interview. Hurry up. Her, hello. Hey, what's up? This Bo Shiesty. Her, oh, hello. How are you, sir? Keeping up the game. Look at her. They quick. Me, what's up, babe? You trying to come sit? Okay. Yes, sir. I'm very interested in that position. I can be there by 8. Me, bet. Her nigga. So what'd he say? Her, baby, I got to get ready for this interview. Her nigga, go get that shit, babe. Fuck it up, fuck it up. Her, oh, I am. Isn't that about the dustiest thing that you've ever seen or heard in your life? What is up with these people with this slick stuff? I heard people having their side pieces name saved like Pizza Hut or I don't know, DoorDash or something. I mean, they have it in their phone saved in some, just innocuous thing that nobody would be suspicious of. Once I learned that, I said, oh, I guess we have to be checking all possibilities. Even if it say mama, we better press that button to call and see who answered the phone. Now, you sound a little young to be his mother. But really, you got to do all of that to just let him go. But still, it would be fun just to see what would happen. Okay. Do say, this is how y'all braids be looking under those wigs. Okay, that's some growth. That's some growth for you, dude. Take those out and get your hair redone. This is just don't make any sense to be walking around in public looking like that. I mean, mine gets bad, but not like that. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. As I know, look like stuff might be growing up in the under that head, under that scalp. How many people have used their parents as an excuse for stuff? When they were still alive, they was always my go-to. Because you know what it is? If you know your parents and they have like one way of being, and that way is always the straight and narrow path. Anytime somebody tried to get me to veer off into the left field, even if I wanted to, but so that don't mean I want to do it with you. Okay. So that boundary. So then, they start teasing you, get that peer pressure, right? And they start teasing you and like, yeah, you can't do nothing, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh no, you haven't met my parents. So then I bring them to my house and let them meet my crazy daddy and my stern faced mother. They be like, well, shit, I see why. Then they go tell all the other ones, oh no, she can't do nothing because her parents got her on lockdown. And then we got them two older brothers, and she ain't going. And no, of course, they could negotiate, but they could tell if I sent someone if somebody came and asked them on my behalf, they already knew that was me. I was needing their protection, because otherwise I would have asked them myself. But if I say, well, you go ask them because I'm too scared, something like this, a setup. That was the code. So if my friend goes and asks my parent, can I go somewhere or can I do something? They already know that to say no, and hell no would be my daddy. What the fuck I look like? No, that kind of stuff. She ain't going. You tripping. And stuff like that. And they would just like be extra with it. So they want to scare the kids. So they go back to school and, and just big up them on their meanness. And so that was a protective thing for me. So I felt this all the way to my toes. My mama said no. Yeah. Well, I know I didn't. My grandmother. Well, I lived with her, but when I was little preschool age. By the time I went to school, I was back with my parents. But because she used to watch me most of the time, so they just leave my ass over there. But it was like, yeah, kids, they be trying to get you into some shit. So, parents, you watch out for that. Set that up with your kids, because sometimes they need your intervention, because they're getting pressured by like not just one kid, but like groups of kids. And so it's really hard. You need to stand up and, kind of protect them. And it could be you and your sister, you and your brothers. I mean, you and your husband, if you got one, your boyfriend, whatever, whoever it is, have a united front as adults, that you're going to step in front of this kid to protect them. Because a lot of times they need you to be firm. Don't just say, oh, well, what do you want to do? Oh, I don't care. That's fine. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ask questions and then say, well, let me think about that. I'm not really feeling it, but let me consider it. Buy yourself some time to pull your kid away, to talk to him privately, away from that mob scene. You need to know what's really going on. Don't be so easygoing that you let just like cooperate your kid against their will into some bullshit, because you didn't parent. You just wanted a nice evening with them at the house or something. I don't know what these parents be doing, but I mean, like, oh no, where are you going? And who gonna be there? And what time are you coming back? Where is this again? One time okay, I don't know what this was about, but my spidey senses went out. She had this little girlfriend who she went to school with that lived in the same complex that we lived in this other city. I shall not name it. And so I come home from work, right? And she calls me on the phone telling me that she's in the car with this girl and her daddy, and they going to Oakland to go to the baseball game. I said, excuse me, put her father on the phone. I said, you turn around and you bring my daughter back to this house, God damn it, right now. She has my number. There was no communication with me about you taking my daughter anywhere, so she ain't going. You bring my kid back, and you better be back here in 20 minutes. Well, we're gonna miss part of the game. I said, it's either you bring her back voluntarily, I'm gonna tell the police to come get her. Which one do you want? I was on fire. It's like, first of all, you taking my 12-year-old daughter somewhere, motherfucker. Who is you? I mean, I had met him and stuff, you know what I mean? But I never gave him permission to take my child away from me anywhere. You take your kid. You ain't taking mine, because I'm what kind of shady shit you're gonna have meeting at the game, or what you gonna try to do instead of the game or after the game or before the game. No, you bring my kid right back here. And he did too, and he was mad. You think I gave a fuck? I gave none. And I talked to his wife. I said, I don't know what your funny shit your husband was trying to do, but I'm gonna tell you right now, my daughter's not coming over here anymore unless I'm with her. Your daughter's not coming over to my house anymore unless I'm there, because I don't know, your husband is on some freak shit and I'm not feeling it." And she's like, "Well, he's not either." I said, "I'm telling you what my mother sense is telling me. My daughter's not his child, okay? And they know that she spends a lot of time in this house by herself. So don't I don't want to see it, and I'm gonna have the other neighbors keeping an eye out too." You got them old ladies, just the nosy ones. I told them all what happened, and they were like, "Oh, we'll watch it, but she could just come over here," stuff like that. And so a lot of she would go to them older ladies' house. They'd be baking cookies and cakes and shit. I gained so much weight that year. But you gotta watch your kids. You gotta run interference. Don't be so easy going. That's the problem I see with a lot of these young parents. They just be, "Oh yeah, whatever. Oh, it's fine." No, it ain't fine. You ain't taking my kid nowhere. Ooh, it was all I could do to keep from cussing him out. When I told him it's gonna be, "If you bring her back, I'ma call the police. Which one do you want?" "Oh, we'll get off at the next exit." That's what I thought. My daughter was mad at me for the longest about that. Again, no fucks given. Okay. Usually, I don't like to put these in because they demonetize, but this one was just too good. This one was too good. Yeah, you ain't qualified for that mission because she need to be making that breathy sound. That breathy sound. And if she ain't making that breathy sound, then yeah, it's best to just pack it up. Just go on home. I was screaming. Okay, so Big Taj says, "This man sent me an unsolicited dang-a-lang pic on Instagram, and I told him it's ugly and it makes me want to throw up. And now I'm all kind of bitches." Now, this is a dude, okay? LMAO. So the other guy responds and says, "I remember a time I didn't believe that people did this until my first viral story, and some random motherfucker was sending me wee wee mail." I love that phrase, wee wee mail. Talking about, "If you ever change your mind about women, I'm here." Okay, then we go to the next one because I couldn't fit it all on one. And so then dude came back and he says, "Now I'll be right under y'all niggas ain't shit posts agreeing with you." I remember that on AOL because they didn't have all these safety precautions and blocks and stuff in the early days because they just, automatically assume people are going to act sensible, right? Oh, no, 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 no. AOL was the first one to come up with that feature. And the instant, you could send somebody a message from in the chat room and stuff. Everybody was so excited because they could have these little private side conversations and say hi to people and give them their number and stuff. And it wouldn't be in the main chat room anymore. And so everybody was all excited. And then fools discovered that you could attach images and it was over. It was over. So then AOL had to scramble around and figure out how to block people, add a report button. It was a mess. It's just like people just could not act like they had some sense to save their lives. I don't know because I don't be messing around. The only time I'm on the internet is when I'm promoting something I'm doing. Uh, Sometimes I scroll through like Instagram or YouTube. I like to watch the um the Korean dramas and stuff, Japanese dramas and stuff. Sometimes they have those free on YouTube. I watch those. I'm just I can't because these people be on some crazy something. Okay, so this person says, "More women do not need to be mothers because most of them have done shit jobs, which is why everyone is complaining about the lack of eligible men. Let's be serious." Okay, I want somebody to connect those sentences for me and tell me how they make sense and how they're related to each other. Because I read that at least 50 times. If that was somebody writing something in my class as an English teacher, I would have given them a big old fat F. Like for what the fuck? That's what that F would have stood for. I don't know what you're talking about. How are those three phrases connected in any way? Okay. So then here comes somebody else who's equally crazy saying facts. Okay, you stupid too. And then so the original fool comes back and say they've been enablers to their loser sons and society has to pay. See, I don't know if you guys recall me saying this a couple of weeks ago, maybe just 2 weeks ago. In the Black community, for some unknown reason, mothers are blamed for everything. If it's a Black man involved, it's like they never grew up. They're fucking perpetual children. Like he could be 60 years old. Well, what kind of mother raised you? That people are going to say because he did something weird. Okay, where does he start taking responsibility and being accountable for himself as an adult? When does that ever happen in the Black community where people stop focusing on the person who birthed them, who may not even be alive and who they may have been grew up in foster homes or what, who knows what happened? Okay, it could have been a R situation. I mean, we don't know what the deal is, but it's irrelevant because at some point when you reach adulthood, maturity, you take the reins of your own life. You take control over the choices you make, the things that you say, the things that you do, and the things that you don't say and don't do. Those are all decisions that you made. Your mama don't have nothing to do with it. Yet in the Black community, for some reason, this is the default scapegoat for everything is the mother. And I call the bullshit flag on that one. That's just if that's your mentality, please change your mindset. Because at some point, you talking about you want a man. When are you going to ever expect him to be one? If you always looking at his mother, he's raised, he's grown, he got a job, he got a sex life, he's doing everything adults do. But somehow you want to turn around when he does something that's stupid and blame his mother for it. I can't. Hey, Shay, I cannot with you people. That really bothers me. It was last week. Okay, girl, it's like, oh, my life. Oh, I'm so broke now. Anybody want to make a donation? It could be as little as $2. Help me pay my plumber. Oh, I'm so sad. My little credit card took a ding. And as the pipe broke behind the shower. So we take a piece of the tiles and stuff out to fix it. So I'm just very sad. That's all I can say. I'm just sad. Okay, look at this fly. Yes, I do. Shay has it. My Cash App. My plumber collection. It's like, that's why the show is tonight, everybody, and you didn't know why I say it's on Friday night, but it was tonight because I had a busted pipe. It was an emergency plumbing situation. I couldn't turn the hot water off, and it just running. And so no matter what I did, it would not turn off. And so I had to call a plumber. They be charging. It just no, they don't. Yeah, YouTube does. Cash App, I get all of it. But YouTube, if it's a super chat, they take, I think it's like 30% or something. It's pretty high. Look at this fly. It's like, look at them using, he's looking out the window. Look at them using off like that shit gonna work. Yeah, even the fly know better. We used to use that off. It seemed like it attracts the mosquitoes and stuff. I don't know. I was giving it the sideways look. I don't know. It's like after I use off, I'd have more mosquito bites than I ever had in my life. I'm like, I'm not messing with this stuff. Okay, so now Dukincha, Kenesha. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. Because folks be making up names. So she says, oh my God, this girl was on a girls' trip here in Miami and she had a one-night stand and then she flew back home. Found out that she was pregnant, but she didn't have no way to contact the guy. But then 2 years later, she made a post about it and found her child's father on TikTok. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to go to the next slide. I'm going to go to the next slide and I'm going to just let that marinate for a minute. Okay, this girl here, okay, the epitome of this, a dusty chick like up the yin yang. I can just hear the bitch dripping from her voice when I was reading this. I'm just curious. How do you and my man know each other? So the other lady's like, well, who is your man? I don't know him like that, girl. So she said the name. She's like, I don't know him like that, girl. Well, did he message you? I don't think so. Oh, okay, because I just saw y'all follow each other last night. And so then the lady who's being, being questioned says, well, babe, you are far too fucking beautiful to ever have to worry about your man reaching out to another woman. Oh, thank you, she says with all kind of exclamation marks. Because I cheated, so I just wanted to know if he was getting even or whatnot. Dusty, Dusty. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. Thank you. My phone is on do not disturb because I keep forgetting to turn it off and it rings while I'm on the show. So I put it on do not disturb so I wouldn't be interrupted. So I'll see it. Thank you, Giggles. My plumber fund. Shay, I was crying when he rang. He slid that thing and slid my credit card. He got the little, the little thing where you stick it in, the little thing that goes in your phone. It's like electronic. Oh, uh, I'm gonna have to take a second job. I'm gonna have to go on the host role. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Now, Destiny's become some really creative ways to get in your pocket. Look at dude. My family was kidnapped, not napped. He left off one of the P's. Kidnapped by ninjas. I need money for karate lessons. Yeah, well, good luck with that. Good luck with that, my brother. But you got to give him at least $1 for the creativity, right? I don't usually, I don't usually give men money, but I think I would have to give him at least a quarter on that one because it'll be like, dude, that was good. That was creative. I like people who go outside the box. Yeah, you all see these people on Facebook with all their pictures on it, like all hugged up and everything. What was my shirt I wore last time? That people in love stink. I should have wore that shit again because this one, they be, blood pressure. They be about to have a stroke, be nervous and taking like all kind of antidepressants and anti-anxiety medicines and drinking too much and all kind of stuff. Have trying to stay in these relationships with these raggedy dusties. I just don't understand it. And just promoting our show in case you came in late. This is how you submit a slide. You get an idea of something. We got plenty more, so don't think that we're near the end of the show or anything. I just put this in there to remind you as you go along around the internet on your travels and you see something that you think would be good for this show that's like really dusty but funny. Please email it. Take a screenshot with your phone and email it to survivingdating@gmail.com. Make the subject line DNN or Dusty News. Okay. So who was that? Somebody said to somebody, they always be trying to come up. Here we go. So it's a new year, 2024. Let me take you out, says Dusty. Look, sagging pants, red drawers, wearing a t-shirt and a gold chain and just looking dusty. And here she is all polished and put together. She's like, well, yeah, you cute, maybe, she says. What you do for a living? He asks. I'm an attorney, she says. Okay, big money. I'll be trying to get like you too. Get like you. And she's like, never mind. Have a good one. What I say? What I say? He says. Mhm. Okay, first of all, I mean, she said you cute. Maybe, girl. What are you looking at? First of all, okay, let's dissect this. You are an attorney. Why are you letting some dust bucket chat you up on the street? Let's start there. You go to all kind of professional events and networking things, clients' offices, you meetings, you have plenty of times, conferences and seminars. You have ample opportunity, and not to mention your alma mater events and stuff. You have ample opportunity to meet men in your on your level. Okay. What is this? What is this? Okay, so then, she's like, "You cute." His ass is out. How can you think that this would be somebody appropriate for you to bring around the partners of your law firm at a corporate party? What are you doing? And so then she says, "Never mind, girl. You were supposed to say, 'Excuse me, I have business elsewhere,' or whatever you gonna say to get him up out your face. It's a new year. Let me take you out." No, how about no? You look dusty. I don't like dusting my food. Get away from me. Ugh. But yeah, this bothered me that she thought that this was a person she should even have a conversation with. You don't even give somebody like this directions because they got direct Google Maps on their phone these days. So they don't even ask you for nothing. Don't ask me for nothing. Get out of my face. I didn't get it. This shit was funny. Look at Squidward. Squidward done turned into low squid Keisha. Say how your girl be looking when you telling her a story that involves another shorty and y'all know it's true. You all be getting that stank face like 9,000. Oh God, I was crying. This was a good one. Squidward got with the stank face. That was a good one. Okay, this one's been floating around somebody sent this in again. This has been floating around for a few years, but hey, why not? Because dude, 8 years have passed, but he still ain't looking no better. I brighten the image up a little bit so you can see his expression better. That when you overhear your woman saying on the phone, "Well, he ugly, but he got a good job." Look at that side eye. That's what they call it, the bombastic side eye. That's it right there. Okay, ladies, gotta be specific. Gotta get the deets. He said he was a monster in bed, but you didn't get specific. Just like them dudes we talk about. I live in a gated community, but they talk about San Quentin. I know, no, 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 no. Look at them all cookied up. Can you imagine trying to sleep on cookie crumbs in the bed? That would make me. I would lose my mind. Okay, this was crazy. So this was at a garage sale, and all I keep thinking of is who the fuck had this hanging in their house. Okay, because I think that's in the back. That's Aunt Jemima, but maybe not. I'm not sure who that is. Colonel Sanders, Wendy from Wendy's Burgers, and Ronald McDonald right there in front. So the four fast food. What could that woman be? Is that I don't know. What's the black lady representing? Popeyes? I don't know. I couldn't recall. I don't really eat fast food, but I recognize Ronald McDonald, Colonel Sanders, and the Wendy's daughter. She's from Popeyes? Okay. So there we go. He say, who the fuck had this in their house? I want to know that too. But maybe that's why it's at the garage sale. They wanted it in a prize or something. Somebody gave it to them and they were like, oh no, I couldn't possibly. The girlfriend, she said, me on my way to fuck with my baby daddy when his girlfriend says that he don't care about me. Look at her face. She got that serious, like, I'm about to fuck some shit up face. Oh my God. Look at her expression though. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a scary picture too. I was like, first of all, if you eat that food that this stuff's representing, you're gonna die. Let me just put it that way. You're gonna die. So I mean, of course, yeah, we all have to die of something, but I tend to die like of old age. I don't want to die you know, from high cholesterol and having too much sodium from eating all that fast food. That's not gonna work for me. Okay, now I have a theory here. I have a theory. So this person was complaining about, well, when someone is alive, don't nobody want to lift them up. But when that person dies, everybody want to lift the coffin up. And I have my theory about why. Okay, no one wants to lift you up when you're alive, sir, because you're supposed to be doing that yourself. That's what men do. That's what the term manhood is about. Seems like a foreign concept to you because you want other people to lift you up, but no, that's a job that you do yourself. Have you ever heard of the phrase lifting yourself by your bootstraps? It's an old phrase, but that's what it means. That means get off your ass and do it yourself. That's what it means, basically. Now, so when you die and you have people fighting to lift your casket up, you know why? They want to get you the fuck on wherever you going as fast as possible. They want you out of their life like instantly. If they could put on roller skates and skate your ass away, they would do it. So they could just jettison you onto wherever it is you going and be like, deuces out. You was just, you bugged the hell out of us when you was here. Bye. Right? So that's why everybody want to lift the coffin up so you can get out faster. That is my personal theory. This is not a scientific study or anything, but I'm just thinking about the people whose coffins I might have wanted to help lift up, but that was the reason. I want you gone as fast as possible, expeditiously. Don't be lingering. Go to the light and then keep on moving. Keep it moving. Don't stop. You didn't think of that, girl? You know my mind works in mischievous ways. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. I'm like, shit, I could tell you. I know the answer to this question. Teacher, teacher, come. I know the answer. Yeah. Just think about it though. Get out. Okay, this is why people should not have Photoshop should be, you should have to have like a license before like a real license, a permit before you get Photoshop. Look what they done to this dude. Okay, him. That ain't my kid. And there go the kid. Look, they put the baby hair there and everything. Oh. No, please stop with Photoshop. Y'all be killing me. It seems like the official Maury show guests be like that. Can you imagine? Okay, let's unpack this. I keep looking at these and I think there's just so much to say about these things. First of all, when you look at the image on the left, that mug, ladies, who amongst you would want to sleep with that? You need to question yourself and why your standards are so low, because nothing about that is attractive. Nothing about that. See, when my standard for who I'm gonna deal with like that, because there's a possibility in every situation, no matter how tight your BC game is, of a pregnancy. Now, I think about, is this person somebody that I would even want to consider to be father material? Is this shit together? Do he got some money? What's his family like? You have any sense? Is his health good? What's he looking like? Okay, because your kid is going to come up with, catch all of that as it's any kind of mental illness in his family and all that kind of stuff. They depressed as motherfuckers and taking all the stuff, or they, got some of addictions, dependencies and stuff like that. Your kid is going to have all of those afflictions. Your kid is going to come out with that gene pool, from that gene pool. That was how I always selected my partners. I'm like, would I want to have a kid like this dude? And the answer was no, I wouldn't fuck with him. Even if the answer was yes, I would still, we gonna be BC down, but that's your key to the kingdom. If I would have a kid with you. If I would not have a kid with you under any shape, circumstances whatsoever, even if you were the last man on earth and the planet was depending on us for repopulate the world, we would just die out then. It'd just be the end of mankind, because I would not be fucking with you. That's not gonna happen. So I'm looking at this, I'd be like, oh, no. Yeah, girl, the T-Rex arm syndrome. There used to be this dude that went to Jeffrey's Inner Circle that had that. That's where I got that from. I mean, he seemed to be a nice dude. He asked me to dance one time. I just danced with him just out of pity or something. I don't know what it was. But he, He always was dressed really nice and everything. He had the suits all tailored for them little bitty arms he had. And then I just no. But those are the kind of things that you have to think about as a parent. Your kid is going to any kind of issues that person has. That's trick daddy. I don't care who it is. He ugly. Just keep your trick your ass on down the street over there somewhere. Don't come over here. But yeah, I just mm-mm. I used to think about that kind of stuff. Y'all might want to consider that. We having these kids with all these learning disabilities and shit. Did you look at the fact that the father didn't start talking until he was 6? That should have been a clue. Motherfucker still can't read and he's like 40. He still be like stumbling over his words and stuff. Oh, that's a sign that something's wrong. You don't have a kid with that person. Okay, now look at here. I want to know, is that macaroni and cheese up there with canned cream corn and look like boiled chicken? I don't know what this is, but this is the nastiest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. And the poster was asking the question, if you come home after a long day of work and your girl makes you this, what you gonna do? What would you do? Yeah, they can't. And I'm being serious too, Diana. They stumble over, I'm not saying everybody got to be reading at collegiate level or anything. I'm not saying that. But you can't even, your dude is 35, 40 years old and he struggles reading through like a kid bedtime story. And you thought it was a good idea to have a kid with that fool. What was you smoking? See, I think about stuff like that. I don't know what's going on with that chicken. Wait, because wait, okay. See, I don't like no pink stuff going on in my food. I don't even like I've just got to the point now where I can eat a steak that's done medium. I can do that, but I don't want to see no bleeding going on. Okay. There's a fine line before it gets to well done. Stop there. Okay. There was this restaurant that used to be in Oakland. I used to do the show on Soul Beat. In the 90s, I was on Soul Beat. I don't know if y'all remember that ghetto hood ass station. But that was the entree to doing a lot of stuff that I'm doing now. Like, radio. I went to radio with Davey D, and I used to be on KMEL all the time with him. And then I transitioned over to Soul Beat and then to Blog Talk. And I was still on KMEL with Davey D while he was there. And so I went to this restaurant, took my mother. My daughter was still a baby. She didn't even eat the food. She was, the bucket baby. She's still a little baby. And so I took my mother there, and we got a discount because they were an advertiser on Soul Beat. So I thought, we may as well go check it out. So we go to sit down and stuff. And so I ordered this baked chicken. And I forgot what my mother ordered something. So anyway, they give me this chicken, and I cut the chicken open. The chicken is pink inside. I called the dude over. I said, this is not done. So the owner of the restaurant is going to come to the table to argue with me about the chicken being done. All these people in the restaurant, this man chose to argue with me about it. Now, I was there. My face is all over Soul Beat. Everybody knew who I was when I was in the restaurant. Do you think I gave a shit? I said, let me tell you something. And I did like that. I'm paying for this shit, and it's going to be cooked the way that I want to eat it, not the way that you want to eat it. Take that shit back in there and cook it. If you can't cook it the way I want it, then I'm not going to eat it, and we'll leave. Those are your two choices. Now, which one is it going to be? Then I thought about it. I said, let me get the fuck up out of here before they do something to my food. I got my mother, got my baby, and we left. You're not serving me no. He going to cut it open and start flaking with a fork and show me where it's done. Then you eat it. I don't want no chicken that's pink looking like that. I'm not used to eating when it's down by the bone and it's pink. That means that shit's not cooked. You think I don't know how to cook? Girl. So after that, I told the guy who owns Soul Beach, I said, you need to not take no ads from that place. It's going to be an embarrassment. Yeah. He's arguing with me about how I'm going to spend my money. I got a discount, but that's not free. Okay. I still going to pay. And then, you got to tip the waiter and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're not on the discount coupon. They don't have nothing to do with that. So I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, it went out of business shortly thereafter. I could see why. So here we go. And this is true. The deadbeat dusties, they gonna always start with a thing about blame shifting. Your mom kept me away. And because misogyny is a bonding device, it creates a quote, we could have been happy if it weren't for your mother narrative. It releases the absentee father from being responsible for all the ways he never showed up. Now, underneath this was a comment that I decided not to include, but I'll tell you about it. This white chick was she made her comment and she said that her father tried that trick. But what he didn't realize was, because he never asked, was that the girl's mother never, not one time, said anything bad about him. So he's talking about she kept him away, and also she never did that, and she never tried to keep her from her father, and she never said anything negative about him at all. So soon as he started singing that song, she was like, nope. And that's a white guy. So we do primarily deal with blackness and people of color on this channel. However, that is not our exclusive target, the exclusive market. And so what we have come to discover is that dustiness is a worldwide phenomenon. It covers all nationalities, races, creeds, and colors of people. Dusty is like its own, I don't know, its own race. I don't even know what to call it. Its own thing. It's just, some people are just dusty, and that's just how they are. Okay, so the therapist. So, what's stressing you out lately? Me, bitch, everything. I kind of felt like that yesterday. Everything. Everything. Okay, now this is really interesting because I've been telling you guys this for years. So she's all amazed and stuff. She says there's a TikTok of a black man saying if he doesn't love the mother, then he doesn't give a damn about the kid. And the majority of the men agreed. So I don't see the point in having their children. And so this other one comes back and says, well, that's how a lot of men of all races feel. When he doesn't like you, he doesn't see you as his. And anything that comes from you, there are benefits to being seen as a man's, quote, territory or, quote, property. But y'all say that's oppressive. It is oppressive, dummy. What you talking about? You don't be seeing nobody as his property or his territory. He should see you as an integral part of his happiness, the mother of his children, his life partner that he's chosen to walk this path with. And his role is to protect her and make sure that she's able to walk that path with him happily and safely. Now, do you have to feel like he owns you like that, like you're a slave for that to happen? The answer to that question is no. So her mentality is that she's perpetuating misogyny right there with her belief system that a woman has to be under a man, owned by a man, viewed as his property for him to treat her well and protect her. If that's your woman, you sleeping with her, you got kids with her and shit. She helping you figure out life with she's figuring out life with you, and you think that she's not your responsibility. And the thing that's so messed up is like if he doesn't love the mother, he doesn't give a damn about the kid. Well, the kid has your bloodline in it. So this kind of thinking, I know I told you guys that's how they think, and this is how they think. Is that right though? Because what I'm saying is, when you're dad, a father, that kid has your DNA in it. That kid comes from your family. That got your last name. Your parents are his grandparents. Your sisters is his aunts. Your brothers is his uncles. So whether you care about the mother or not, that's your seed, that's your blood. How you gonna turn your back on your blood just because you mad the woman don't want to fuck you no more is very childish and very immature and very stupid. But a whole bunch, yeah, but I'm telling you, this is how a lot of these dudes feel. That's why, you have the deadbeat dad syndrome where they can walk off and leave a kid. This is why they're very immature men. They can't separate the child that they helped me, create from the relationship with the woman. They see it as a package. Well, she don't want me, so then I don't want her and her kid. Childish. But see, when I see this kind of stuff, it's like there were always signs and symptoms way before this happened that the woman ignored. She thought, well, it won't be like that with me or something. I don't know what y'all be thinking. But if he's like that about anybody that he should be close to and loving and concerned about, then he's going to be like that about his kid too. So stop having babies with idiots. You just fuck up the kid's life for no reason because you wasn't thinking. I don't know what this is, but this look kind of like sugary to me. So if I send this to you, then if I send you this after you reject me in the DM, no, you wasn't qualified anyways, queen. But I don't get DMs like this, so I didn't know what he was supposed to be talking about. I don't know. Okay. Who sent me this? You should be beaten. Yeah, what's going on with men? Look at Marshall Mathers and Tupac, 50 and Biggie. Now these guys, he got a handbag, big old mustache, and looking like a girl. I mean, what is this? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. The dude was being disrespectful to a group of black women. Oh, really? And they let him get away with that? I don't know. I go through TikTok sometimes. Just be scrolling through Instagram, whatever it is. I don't know where I am to tell you the truth, but some kind of little video channel thing. I think it's Instagram, but I could not swear because I go back and forth between the two. And I see interviews like that with younger. Well, they way younger than me. Probably look like they're in their 30s, maybe late 20s, interviewing guys, and they're talking. And I have to say, the women just don't seem very sharp. They seem kind of dumb. The way they're not quick on the pickup or the comebacks. Their mind is kind of dull. And so, like when the guy is talking, right, they're talking shit. If your mind is quick, you gonna pick up on this stuff and shut that shit down, right? But they let them finish their insane rants, and then they be like, "Oh well, but what about this and that?" Like now you're supposed to say, "Oh, hold up with that bullshit. Just stop it. Don't even say another word. With let your lips are turning brown with all the shit you talking, and shut his stuff down." But they don't do that. And they just let them say all kind of crazy stuff, just crazy stuff, disrespectful, like you said, and just off the wall, that's off the chain, just stupid. And the dudes are, young and younger than mine too. And so the conversation that they have is just ridiculous. I can't really watch it. You know what it reminds me of? Remember that platform I was on for a little while, Clubhouse? It reminds me of a visual Clubhouse. The people are just dumb, and you got dumb people trying to have an intellectual conversation. This just don't work. So I look at that and I'll be like, next. And I keep on scrolling. Yeah, with all my nickels. I could go to San Francisco with my change when I was young. I think I went to LA a couple of times. I went to Hawaii, and it was when I met the girl who worked for Continental Airlines. That's when I really started going places because I could go anywhere I want to go for $50. Yeah, that hurt my brain too, girl. I had to shut that. I don't even know if I shut the channel down. I just abandoned it. They probably deleted it by now. Yes, it's like the hood of the internet. I could not. People just arguing with each other and just talking crazy, and it seemed like the intellectual level was about IQ level of about 96 on average. I could not do it. I couldn't deal with it. I had to leave that platform. That wasn't for me. Okay, this is a question we all get asked here, right? Why are you single? And this is the universal answer. Because I don't have time for your lying, your crying, your fussing, your cussing, your secrets, your cheating, your creeping, and your sneaking, and you name it. That is it in a nutshell. No time for your bill. Basically, no time for your bullshit. That's basically what it is. To sum things right up. No time, no energy, no interest. And this is a commercial. For those of you who have not seen our wonderful advice show, this is the kind of stuff that we talk about. I'm referencing some questions when I'm talking about the answers I gave. This is what I'm talking about. We'll be doing this show again tomorrow, yeah, because I did it last Sunday. It's supposed to be on Wednesdays. That ain't happened in forever. But I usually get around to it. So, once a week. That's why we started calling it What the Fuck Whenever. It used to be What the Fuck Wednesday, but Gay had to give Wednesday up. It's just too busy. So what the fuck whenever. So that's where you submit your questions on depsterism.com. Look for the tab that says Get Advice. Fill out the form, check the free box, and then press send when you're done. Yes. Isn't this happening to you when you're trying to sleep? You're trying to sleep and you start thinking about stuff that just you shouldn't really be thinking about. You should be winding down so you can go to sleep and have sweet dreams. It's this brain. I see you trying to sleep. Can I offer you a selection of your worst memories from the last 10 years? Can I just fuck up your dreams? Please, let me do that for you. Yeah. Sometimes I can sleep really good, and other times I'd be tossing and turning, going through not like a bad dream memories from the last 10 years, but thinking about stuff I need to do or solutions to problems that I'm experiencing right now, or trying to plan my strategies, because I'm a firm believer in, and then what? So if I say, okay, if I do this, then they're going to do that. How am I going to do it? What am I going to do after they do that? But what if they do this here? Then I need to. So I strategize. That's what I do. I'm going to come up with every inevitability so I'm prepared for your bullshit when it comes. So, okay, this was crazy. I'm like, okay, girl. And then you stayed there? She's like, I remember my baby daddy went through my phone when I was asleep one night and punched me out my sleep. And then she's laughing. I woke up tired and confused. Every time I doze off, he said, every time you close them eyes, I'ma glass you. I stayed up that whole night, man. Yeah, I have some too, but you know what? Giggles, that requires that I remember that I have it and take it. Yeah, it's in my nightstand drawer, and it's in there just collecting dust and just keeping the drawer company. The drawer, that little velvet liner, little felt liner, and my bottle of melatonin, they're good buddies right about now. So it's like she got, and she just stayed there, let him keep, like to watch, to stay awake and make sure that he didn't glass her, whatever that means. This is a guy explaining dating. Yeah, it is abuse, and she just sitting there. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. This is a guy who's explaining dating because a lot of women don't, especially these women, young women, they don't seem to get it. They feel like if they went out with a dude a time or two, that he's their boyfriend and that he owes them calls and texts within a certain time frame and to spend a certain amount of time together and all this kind of stuff. Well, why did these men turn off so fast? He was interested for 2 months and now he's, I can't find him and stuff. That's what dating is. You date around different people until you find a good fit. Then you sit down and you stay there. But if you into just dating around phase, then nobody owes you shit. So so dude was trying to explain. It's like, okay, I found you attractive, so I pursued you, right? Because I want to get to know, what's up, what you about. So then I get to know you, and I realize that you suck, and I moved on. Some women just can't fathom a nigga getting to know them and then changing his mind. And then I guess he must have got a bunch of like naysayers or mad people in the comments because he's like, I realize this is triggering for a lot of you, but I'm speaking for myself. Stop mentioning me talking about, quote, communication skills. I don't care what the men that you deal with do. God bless, which he was very nice to say that. But it's not about communication skills. Either you find somebody works for you or they don't. And if that person deems that you suck in whatever way they deem it, you can't argue with them. You don't need to try to convince them, beg them, or whine them to stay with you. That is undignified. We do not teach that kind of stuff here. I will never, ever tell a woman to behave in a way that makes her lose her dignity. You maintain your dignity at all times. Any man don't want to be with you, you just say, okay, well, thank you for letting me know. And you say goodbye, like you have some fucking sense. You don't be calling him and texting him and stalking his social media pages and trying to hang out with his friends and see what he's doing on the under and all this crazy stuff these girls do. Get yourself together. The man don't want you. Okay, just let's move on here. Find somebody that does. Don't do this to yourself. Makes you look like a clown. Sitting up there like, oh, he hasn't called me. I just thought we were going to be friends. He don't want to be friends with your ass. He just said that so he could make that easy left turn out your life. And you sitting up there believing because you want to hang on to him because you thinking that he gonna come back. And if he does come back, he's just gonna be up there to tap that ass and he gonna deuce right back out. So I don't even know why you having that fantasy. He already told you he don't want you. That's all the only thing that you need to think about. Don't be thinking about nothing else about getting back together and all this old shit here. I don't know. Cause it's me. Cause some man tell me he don't want to date me. I'll be like, well, bye, motherfucker. You look just as good leaving as you did coming. So I mean, that back view's looking kind of nice. Ta-ta. I mean, what is the big deal? There's like so many millions of men on this planet. I mean, just go find another one. It's not that serious. So here we go. That's what I was talking about. After 2 months of talking, I told this guy yesterday that I wasn't ready for a relationship, and he responded with, okay, well, it's been great. Hope you have a good one. And then he blocked me. No effort, no pressure applied. I'm devastated. Girl. See, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. If, man, you want to be in a relationship with the man, then you shouldn't have played them stupid games. A dude probably was thinking the same thing. Like, he probably like the other dude, like, yeah, she sucks, but let me see if I can just keep tapping it until I find me somebody else who doesn't suck. But then when she hit him with that, then he's like, okay, well, the gig is up. Let me just move on. And so that's what he did. And she's so stupid. She's sitting up there talking about, well, I'm devastated. Not just trying to play games. She just wanted him to chase her, I guess. I don't know. But I would be like, dude, you don't have to tell me one time that this ain't working. You don't even have to say the words. You just start acting like that this ain't working. And I'm a deuce out. Because I put more stock in how men behave, how men treat me than what they say anyway. Because they lips will lie to you. Behavior's gonna always tell you what's really going on. Behavior is going to tell the truth. Oops, let me go back over here. Okay, so let me move on to the next slide. Hopefully somebody has better sense. How many of you have said you feel like this? When this fills up, I'm gonna start dating again. Oh, so many people say they're so tired of dating because of they just gave up all the dating app dramas they've been having and stuff like that. They just can't do it anymore. So yeah, when this fills up, I'm gonna start dating again. I understand. I get it. And it's a reminder, if you're enjoying this show, here's how you submit content for an upcoming broadcast. Take a screenshot, shoot it over to survivingdating@gmail.com and make the subject line DNN or Dusty News if you like to type. I just go with DNN, shorter. Go to the same folder, so it don't matter. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting to fix that slide. Every week when it comes up, I say, oh, I need to fix that slide, and then I forget. Okay, so these are the Savage Award winners. These are basically, we have a couple of grand prize winners, like, deemed the most savage of the week. And then we have the ones that are savage, like honorable mentions, runners up. I don't know what you want to call it. But these are the savage winners for this week only. Okay, well, she did her hair and her makeup and spent $120.89 on some lingerie to look up and see me standing at the end of the bed looking like this. Y'all, come on now. Oh, I'm taking everything back to the store and getting my money back. Okay, next one. If nobody has told you that you're beautiful today, it won't start here. Keep scrolling, fugly. Can you imagine somebody sending you some shit like that? I would just die of laughter. You know, I would take this stuff seriously, but I would fall out. It's like, damn, why I got to be fugly though? Oh, He-Man with that little bob cut. It looked like She-Man, but whatever. Who am I to say? Yeah, can you imagine somebody telling you that? It's not gonna start here. Just keep scrolling. Okay. So this is I helped my neighbor out with something this morning, and she said to me, I could marry you. I couldn't believe it. You do something nice for someone and they threaten to ruin your life in return. Oh my God. I could marry you. Yeah, that would be seen as that's like a threat to the sanctity of my life. You got to go, chick. I could marry you. Oh no. I thought that was funny though, the way it was worded. And they threatened to ruin your life in return. Okay, girlfriend. Really? She says, this is a confession. She says, I was in a relationship with this guy for 2 years just to find out that he had been cheating with my friend. I ordered bed bugs off the internet and placed them all throughout his apartment and never seen or spoke to either one of them again. That was 8 years ago, and I've never told anyone till this day. Edited to add, I'm not sure if you can still purchase them freely on the internet like I was able to back then. Probably not. Because, if you put them all through his apartment, that means they probably infested the whole building. I know. But, she was like, I don't live here, so it's not going to be my problem. So there you go. I was like, ooh. Now, if that's not savage, I don't know what is. And this was like, dude, oh. I don't know about savage. It's just fucked up. He says, imagine coming home, getting into bed with your girlfriend, and you tell her a joke, and the guy under the bed starts laughing. Savage. I know. I was like, damn. Oh, what'd you say to that? I was screaming. But see, I'm so stupid. I would probably laugh as I yanked that nigga out from under the bed to commence to beating his ass, but I still would be laughing that you laughed at my joke. Okay, what is this going on here? That's supposed to be a little video. Okay, I guess I didn't load it right. Well, let's move on. And these are, I really got to fix my titles. Today's grand prize winners. I think there's 2 of them, might be 3. I don't remember. Okay, never let him lie to you by saying that it doesn't fit. She done put the see things on her feet scissors. And dude, now ain't nobody packing nothing that's the size of somebody's foot. So you'll be talking about, oh, those don't fit. I need magnums. Nigga, stop lying. You do not. You do not need that. She got it on her whole foot. I'm like, first I was looking, I was like, why is her foot pink? And then I had to read it, then I got it. I was like, oh man, savage. So, put this on your phone. And then they start talking about, oh, it don't fit. I can't wear that. I can't wear one because they don't fit me right. You pull this up and show them on the phone. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. You working with something that's the size of somebody's shoe that wears size 9? I don't think so. This was crazy. This person gets an award for creativity. So some dude just kind of just offhand Instagram, DMs her, says nudes, and then she types, he asks hopefully, all dramatic and shit. And he's like, he meant B. Don't be shy, he said creepily. What do you mean? He questioned stupidly. You gonna send me news or what? He continued moronically. You fucking weird, stupid bitch, he declared angrily. That was so beautiful. I just shed a tear. It was so beautiful. And I think this is the last one. Okay, Aquila. Okay, Aquila, girl, I don't know what happened. See, that's why I'm saying, y'all better be careful about who you be having kids with, because they're gonna be coming out looking like Aquila, and then it's gonna be a problem. Sup, sup, they say. So then she says, well, I can be your girlfriend, but I have a boyfriend. And so dude says, well, is your head good? And she say, yeah. Then use it and head the fuck out my inbox. I'm just saying, okay, don't be having babies with no fugly man. You're gonna have fucked up fugly kids, and then you're gonna be mad. The kids gonna be mad. They're gonna go through life mad. They're gonna want to go to schools with rifles and shit because they nobody want them and all this old shit here. Pick better. Don't be getting no kids with no ugly ass food. And so there you go. That's our show for today. In season 6, that was what, the third show? The third show. We going through August, I think Friday, August, whatever that before Labor Day is the Friday before Labor Day, not Labor Day weekend, the one before that. We will not be here August 9th because that is my birthday weekend, and I don't plan to be like really conscious or of anything. So don't look for me on August 9th. That won't be happening. I'll be recovering from my August 8th celebrations and probably partying on through that weekend. But we'll be here tomorrow for the advice show. Remember that. Check it out. We'll be here for what the fuck whenever tomorrow. Okay. So you guys come on through. I think it's set for 4. So I'll see you then, or maybe 3, something like that. Anyway, check on the wall. You'll find out. I don't know when it is. I just know that it's going to happen. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow then. Bye. Oh, I forgot to go. Okay. Now, bye.